Signs of a healthy bearded dragon is that their eyes are wide open and clear and bright, and they're responsive, and that there's no discharge, because discharge can be a sign of infection. And if their eyes are sunken in, that means that they're really sick and they need help immediately. You also want to take a look at these two bumps on the side of their head to make sure that they're full and round and not sunken in. Because if they're sunken in, that's a sign that your bearded dragon needs help. And you want to take a look at their mouth and make sure that there are no real bumps, no discharge, and that they're not having any problems breathing. If they're breathing heavy, that's a sign of a respiratory infection, which is very common in bearded dragons, and they would need to see a specialist as soon as possible. But bearded dragons can also gape. So if they just have their mouth open and they're under a light and they're breathing normally, that's probably gaping and not a respiratory infection. So you need to know the difference. Also take a look at their limbs and make sure that there are no bumps, no swelling, no broken bones, because broken bones on the limbs can be a sign of metabolic bone disease, which is also very common in bearded dragons. And make sure that they are nice and plump, that you're not seeing their ribs, and that they're kind of a normal size. So he looks pretty good. And you want to take a look at their tail. Like underneath the tail, you want to make sure that there's no waste, no messes, because if a bearded dragon is having watery and foul smelling waste, that can be a sign of parasites. And parasites are also very common in bearded dragons, and they would need treatment for that. So if you have any questions about bearded dragons and making sure you get a healthy bearded dragon, please comment on this video. It's important to get a healthy bearded dragon because they can live up to 10 to 15 years if you can keep them healthy. And the first few years of their life are really critical. They need to have the proper settings, proper setup, proper lighting, and proper nutrition so they can have a long life and be great pets for you for a long time.